Alright, so I'm gonna explain something to y'all just for a sec. I hate when a person will sit there and they will tell a girl or a boy that they are not enough, or that they don't like them, or that they don't fit in because they don't like the same things that that person likes. It's not okay, alright? I'm just saying, let's use this as an example. A boy can sit there and tell a girl that she's not enough, or that she's fat or ugly because she wears this or eats this, and for all they know, she can go home and she can cry herself to sleep, she can cut herself, she can plan on overdosing, she could rewrite that suicide note that she wrote 3 days ago and say that it was his fault. It don't fucking matter who you are. Just because you think you're better than someone doesn't mean you are. I'm sorry, and I hate to break it to you, but if you're sitting there and you have the audacity to call someone useless or pick on them because they don't like the same shit that you do, when they did nothing to you, then you're the one that needs to be checked, okay? You're the one that someone needs to say something to, because guess what? You're an overweight, cocky, stupid ass motherfucker that needs to censor what they say to certain people, because guess what? One person may be able to handle it better than others. For example, Becky might be able to handle it better than Jessica, and Becky might be able to laugh it off and think it's a joke. But Jessica could go home and look at that bottle of pills and just be like, oh my god, wow, that seems really tempting. You don't know what it's like in other people's heads, so why the fuck are you trying to mess with their emotions and mess with what they think about themselves? Like, shit. It's not all those girls that'll sit there and be like, oh my god, I'm so depressed, and cry over nothing. That's not fucking depression. Depression is that empty feeling in your gut, and that feeling where you just want to die because you don't know what you're there for. That's depression, and you don't know who has it, because some people are good at hiding it. You don't have to physically go around telling people that you have depression in order to be depressed. That's not how shit works. A mental illness is a mental illness, and you need to take it seriously and stop bullying people when they didn't do shit to you. It's not your place. Or a girl can sit there and tell a boy that he's not enough, but he didn't do shit to her. Okay, it's as simple as that. Well, let's take little Jimmy, for example. He walks up to a girl and he asks her out, and he says, I want to be your boyfriend. And she tells him that he's not enough, or that she doesn't want him because he's ugly. That's not okay. For all you know, he could be getting abused at home, or he could have a mental illness himself, because guess what? Guys can have mental illnesses too, and it's okay to cry, guys. But people don't realize that, and it's not okay to fuck with people's heads like that. Like, for example, all the bullies out there, that girl that you told to go kill herself, she probably did, and it might have been your fault, or she might be sitting there thinking about it. She might be sitting there rewriting her suicide note, thinking over and over again that she's not enough because of something that you and others say to her. It's not okay. It needs to stop. It sucks. And it's not even just that kind of bullying. There's tons of other types of bullies. For example, if you walk up to a gay kid and you tell him that he's going to hell because he's gay, he doesn't want to feel like he's in the wrong for liking someone of the same gender. Or if you call a lesbian a dyke, or tell her that she wants to be a guy and that she's just trying to be a guy, she's not. That's who she likes. That's how she wants to dress. If she wants to dress like a guy, that's not even saying clothes are unisex. If she wants to be open about liking females and she wants to live as a man and dress as a man, then you are in no place to tell her that she's wrong and that she's going to hell for it. It's not okay. Nobody is the way that they are by choice, okay? Like, you can't just tell a trans person that they're that way by choice and this and that, and you can't just tell a gay person that they choose to like girls, or that they choose to like boys, and you can't just tell a bi person that they're a cheater and that it's okay to do this and it's okay to do that because they're bi. That's not true. It's just not. And if you are so full of yourself that you think that you have the authority to tell somebody that, then you're wrong. You're insecure, and you think that you need to tell people that because you want to feel better about yourself, because you know for a fact that you're making them feel shitty. And I know exactly how that works. You wanna know why? Because I've been bullied and I know how that shit works. It sucks ass and it's hard. And when all of that emotion builds up and not being able to show it, that's when it all comes bursting out. And that's part of the reason why kids decide that they're gonna shoot up the school, because this person's picking on them and they have a rough life at home and they're around this and they're around that. Yeah, we live in a society where kids are just influenced by all of the adults and all these other kids. It sucks. Okay? And sometimes it's peer pressure. Okay? Peer pressure is also, I guess, another type of bullying. You can't just sit there. Your kid might be sitting there telling another kid that if they don't do this, they're not going to be friends with them and they're going to spread rumors and this and that. That's blackmail and that's peer pressure, and it's not okay. A kid shouldn't be pressured to do something because your kid told them to do it. What makes you think that's okay? Nothing. You don't think it's okay, but you still fuel the problem. Like, let's take this for example. You don't think it's okay, and you think it's gonna help by putting in your 2 cents. But let's use the bullying as a flame. And your opinion and you trying to discipline your kids out of it is the gas, and you're just pouring the gas on that flame, making it grow. You're part of the problem. Okay? You raised your kids like that, and that's what's happening. Obviously the way that you're parenting, or the way that you have your kids around in the environment, or the kids that you let your kids hang out with, that's just feeding the fire. It's making it worse. Take your kids out of a bad situation and make it better, and then maybe the problem will start to go down. But no, you think you're raising your kids right, so you don't have to take them out, and it's their fault, and it's their fault, and it's their fault because they're influenced by stuff that they do and stuff that they choose to be around. Really? Is it really? Because half the time, all these stories and these kids are getting taken away from their parents because their parents beat them and they said that this is why they're like that, because they want other kids to feel their pain that the parents put them through. Yeah. I had a friend. His dad was super mega military guy. You know, like, you have to join the military, super disciplined type thing. That kid was not my friend always. That kid was my bully before. It sucks. And I know for a fact that parenting has something to do with it, because that's what they're influenced by. You may be your kid's hero, okay? And if you're a bad parent, then your kid is going to get itself into some bad situations. Okay? Boy or girl. I have a lot of friends that are females, and their parents are super strict, and that's why I know for a fact that they sit there and vape, smoke cigarettes, and get themselves into shit. It sucks. Be a good parent. Keep your kids out of dangerous situations. Teach them right. And maybe, just maybe, the fact that kids are getting bullied, committing suicide, and all the other problems go down. Sorry, and I hate to break to you, but you're just maybe being a shitty parent. Get over yourself. Teach your kids right. Hang out with the right people, kids, because this is not targeted just for parents. And problem to them. Got it? Thanks for listening to my fucking rant. Peace.